If you were to stay at night praying for half an hour, maybe we can do this for a couple of nights, then we give up. If you were to come to the mosque to learn, we come for a month, every week, then we give up. We give up to what? To the whisperings of the devil. We let ourselves follow our bad inclinations, our bad habits, laziness. And that shouldn't be our case. Death is closer to you than what you think. It's closer to you than what you think it is. So that's why you have to be ready. You have to change your habits. If you have bad habits, habits of laziness, change your habit for a good one, for a better one. Because if you were to leave it to yourself, everyone's self tends for what? For relaxation. Tends for what? Not to get tired. Tends to laziness, to sleeping more and more. But if we don't work on ourselves, our situation will worsen and worsen and worsen. Then death will approach us and we are not ready for it. But we won't be given any second chance or any second opportunity in this life, because there is only one. You might be distracted by many things in this life. Your work, your study, making money, your business, all these things will distract you. Friends around you, having fun, going here and there are many distractions. But if you don't work on yourself to put more effort into religion, even without realizing, you will find yourself after a while that you are far away. It's like someone sleeping on the shore, on his back, in the water, relaxing, floating and relaxing, and the rip is taking him deeper and deeper and deeper without realizing. Then he looks at himself and he finds himself very far away from the shore. He needs a boat now to get to that shore. He drifted away from the shore, but slowly, slowly, slowly. But when he tries to wake up, it will be harder for him. That's why, think about this. Don't let yourself drift away until you find yourself very far away from the right track. It becomes harder for you to get back to the track. Then you struggle and struggle and struggle, and you might give up easily. For that reason, we know every one of us, we're not righteous. We ask Allah to make us righteous. We have ups and downs in our life. But for every degree we deviate and we drift away from the right track, we should evaluate where we are at this moment and take that degree back. Now it's 1 degree. And you know the angle, it starts here, the distance at the vertex of the angle, 1 millimeter. 1, even less, a fraction of mil. But look, the angle is like this. The further you go, the distance between the two lines will be bigger. Imagine after kilometers, the distance will be kilometers. Then will be hundreds of kilometers. You were 1 mil away from the other line, you have 2 lines. You were 1 mile away from it, but after a while you are kilometers away from it. So at the beginning, when you find yourself drifting away from that track, with some effort, you can go back to the right track. But if you leave yourself drifting and drifting, you find yourself after a period of time away from the right track. You need a lot of effort and time to go back to the right track. Some people who have missed out praying for no excuse for years, they're trying to catch up now. They're trying to make up the missed out prayers, and they are struggling. You ask a person how many prayers you have missed out, he would say maybe 20 years, maybe 30 years. And now I'm making them up. How much effort you are putting into making them up? He would say, I'm praying with each prayer another prayer. So you need another 30 years to finish them. And Islamically, this is not sufficient. You are still blamed. You are not excused. If you say for every prayer I pray another prayer or 2 prayers, that's not enough. In such a case, the scholar said, you have to exclude out of the 24-hour cycle the amount of sleep that you need, that is necessary for your body, the amount of time that you need for eating and drinking that is necessary. If you work and there is no one to supply you with your sustenance, then take away that time as well. Other than these essentials, the rest of the time must be spent in making up the missed out prayers without an excuse. So if you miss out few prayers now, maybe in half an hour you can make them up. But if you keep accumulating and piling up these prayers, what's going to be your situation after years? I know, unfortunately, some ladies who piled up the missed out days of Ramadan for years and years, now if you ask them how many days do you have, they might say maybe 400, 500 days for years. They haven't made up these missed out days. This will not give you a chance. Death will not wait for you to become righteous. So be righteous and wait for death. Death will not wait for you until you fix up your situation, you become a good person. When the angel of death is ordered to come to you, to take out your soul, he will come to you and take it out. He will not give you one breath extra to what is designated for you. Look at those righteous scholars and the amount of effort they put and the amount of hardship they faced in order to reach that stage. But even if we find ourselves far away from them, from reaching that stage, but at least let us imitate them. Let us try to copy them, so we can become closer, we can become better, although we might not reach that stage.